John Bennett here, and in this video I'm going to go over the USI Tech Calculator that I have adapted. My upline OJ hooked me up with this, and I've converted it to Google Sheets so everybody can play with it a little bit easier. And you can access the calculator on this webpage or in the email. I'll send it via email to those who have subscribed, who have signed up. You'll get access to this. Now, this calculator is really cool because it shows you the power of compounding. Anytime you're doing any kind of investing, compounding interest is the most magical thing in the world. Albert Einstein called it. He was fascinated by compounding interest, and I've been fascinated by compounding interest for a long time. And when you start to see the power of reinvesting profits into something that has a steady return on investment, gets really, really interesting. So I started in June with 500. Now, this particular sheet is in euros. I am going to be converting it to US dollars, but I think I know the packages are always 50 euros, which ends up being about 55 US dollars. Close enough to get the idea and the concept here. But basically, I started with 500 in June, just as, I did a lot of research on USI. There's a whole lot of stuff out there around crypto and Bitcoin and things that are not legit, that are scams and whatnot. And after doing my due diligence, I felt very comfortable with USI Tech. And so I just threw a little in to see how the payouts worked and get the mechanics. And let me explain what happens. You can actually edit this cell here. This is the only cell you can edit publicly. And that's your initial capital that you put in. Now, what the sheet is going to show you is how this grows when you reinvest 100%. There is a toggle in your settings in the back office to reinvest as soon as you get enough to buy another package. In this case, if you take 500, you'll start with 10 packages here. And for the first 9 days, you're building up enough money, and on the 10th day, you're able to reinvest a package, which brings your total packages to 11. Okay, so if you keep scrolling here now, on day 20, you're able to get another package, so you're up to 12. These days between where you can reinvest packages start to decrease very quickly. So on day 28, you're able to get another one, 36 another one, 43 another one, 50 another one, 56. You see they're starting to decrease. Now, by day 140, when this thing is totally done, because they pay out 140 working days, that's business days, not regular days, the 10 packages you first put in will drop off. But I want you to notice something. Your return on capital, if you reinvest 100% at the end of this 140-day cycle, is nearly triple. So you're up to 1450 on a total return on capital. Well, you may be saying, well, I thought it was only 140%. Well, it is 140%, and you could have taken out and not reinvested, but when you reinvest, you nearly triple your money in the 140-day cycle. Very, very powerful, guys. I want you to wrap your head around this. Now, let's say you wanted to come in a little bit stronger and you wanted to be able to get a package a day right out of the bat. That comes out to about 5,000 euro. Okay, so you're starting with 100 packages. Boom. Every day, you're able to add a package. And on day 15, you're able to add 2 packages. Now we're look at the days. Every single day you're adding packages. On the 21st day, you're at 2. You can see the 2 here on the 25th. Now this is getting really interesting. Let's scroll down to the 140 to see where you're at the end of the 140. Again, you started with 5 and you ended with 15,250, which is a little over triple your initial investment. So you can keep going, if you just let it run, keep going. these packages are all working. So I want you to notice, so it dropped 100, taking into account the 4 packages you got that day. So you're back down to 305 packages, and it can continue to run. Now the shortfall of this calculator is that it can't account for you adding more packages manually, which most people will take, a part of their monthly earnings or whatever, or from outside they'll add 500 or 1,000 to the system, buying brand new packages to really accelerate it. This calculator can't really handle that right now. We may look into changing that. So I started, when I saw the power of this and I started really studying this, I started adding more and more packages. Currently I'm up to over 500 packages. So I want to say, let's see how this comes out. Yeah, 500 packages. So right now I'm at 500 packages. So I'm getting residual right off the bat. I'm getting 5 packages a day. It's just crazy. Well, what is 5? 5 times 50 is, sorry, I haven't had enough caffeine. €250 per day right out of the bat. And on the 7th day, I'm adding 6. And these 6s come closer and closer together to where now on day 20, you're getting 7. The compounding interest, it gets insane. Now you're able to get to 8 packages on the 40th day. Then you're getting into the 9s and 10s. You get down to day 140, you're adding 20 packages. So 25,000, again, it's a little more than triple the initial investment, which is crazy. Now, this doesn't take into account the fact that if you share this with anybody, which USI Tech has a referral program, a very good one actually. And this is the part that starts to get people irritated because they're like, I don't want to recruit. Well, don't recruit if you don't want to. Seriously. This investment clearly stands on its own. You do not need to recruit or refer or talk to anybody about it. But I'm going to tell you something. It's a very easy conversation to have. I mean, everybody needs to be buying Bitcoin anyway. A little bit here and there, buy and hold. But why not kick it up a notch instead of teaching them how to buy and hold Bitcoin? Buy and hold Bitcoin, but let the Bitcoin go to work for you a little bit. Have them put some into USI Tech and you're not going to be disappointed. But when they do, you get a 10% referral on not only their initial packages, but their rebuy packages, all these rebuys as well. So you can actually earn quite a bit that way. And what are you going to do with that extra Bitcoin that gets put right into your daily account? Again, everything's in Bitcoin. You can withdraw that Bitcoin right to your wallet, or you can just reinvest it. I recommend reinvesting it till you get to a certain point. That's a personal decision. But a very, very powerful concept. Play with the calculator. Look, even if you start with, 100, yeah, it's slower. It's way slower. You start with 2 packages. Yeah, it's going to be slow. But you know what? I mean, the numbers still come out. That low, you're only doubling at the 140. You're basically doubling. But then if you leave it in, it keeps going. 100 is pretty small, but yeah, that's 2 packages, right? You got to start somewhere. 1,000 is 20 packages. And you can see you're getting 1 package every few days to reinvest. And you're basically tripled at the 140. So play with the calculator. If you're interested, there's a link to join my team. We have a private Facebook group, and we talk about not just USI, but just Bitcoin investing and in general inside our private Facebook group. So join us, and I'll see you around.